When it comes to choosing your new driver to go in your golf bag, the big question is, can you fit yourself? How many times you are at your golf club and you've been told that, oh, I just bought this off eBay, I just got this from Golf Clubs for Cash, I just got this off Facebook Marketplace, and I'm driving the ball the best I ever have. Well, in today's video, we're going to see if we can fit ourselves to a driver. Can I get a driver into the perfect setup to hit the ball as far as possible, to hit the ball as far as I have actually been fitted for? So there's only one driver for that, so we bring in the Cobra DS Adapt X driver, and we do have a 60 gram stiff Denali shaft in here, and this isn't by any means the right club or the right shaft for me. We've got 10.5 degrees of loft, but we do have the Future 33 fit system. So can we alter this driver? Can we change this driver to get it hitting long straight drives around that 300 yard mark? That's the big question. And could you potentially get a driver off one of those aforementioned places and hit the best drives you've ever hit? We're not going to be changing shafts with this club, but we are going to be tinkering with those settings, because a lot of people think they can do this, but that right there on the basic F1 setting, 10.5 degrees, is straight up the middle, and I would certainly think that is over 300 yards. But can we get it a little bit further? Can we change that ball flight? Can we get it consistent without having a fitting and putting it in your golf bag? So if we talk a little bit why we're using this driver, because we have the Future Fit 33 system, and it's been a big talking point. So we can see there are 33 different points of reference, and what you're going to do is you're going to go on, you're going to select if you're right-handed, you're going to select what your current shot shape is, and it's going to predict where you should be. So for me, you will see that it has predicted that we are going to be in an A3 setting. But interestingly enough, if we see here, if I bought this driver off eBay, just like the one on screen, we've got 10.5 and it's currently set in the F1 setting. So if we look at the F1 setting on screen now, that would be encouraging it to draw a little bit more and below. So it would have changed it from a high draw to a low draw. So this is where obviously we need to tinker with that. And we can see on the last hole that yes, I hit one straight down the middle, but my bad shot, my bad tendency would be to hit it left. We're going to get some numbers here with the Golf Joy GDS Pro. We're going to see, can we get this up to 300 yards with the wrong shaft in there? But if I put it in that correct setting, are we going to see us get the numbers that we want? So again, first of all, we're going to see what this setting would do. Would it produce that flight that I mentioned, that lower hook? Instead of it being a high draw, it's now going to go a little bit lower. So we're going to hit a couple with the current setting that I've found this driver. And that is that low dippy one. So you can see that's just gone a little bit to the left there. Let's see, 270 going out to 288. So for me, never really got the flight that I would expect. And you might be saying, yeah, 270 is a good carry, which, don't get me wrong, I would certainly be happy with that, but that is down on what I was fitted for. So I was up around about 290 or high 280s, and then over 300 with a good shot. So straight away I'm sacrificing distance. But more importantly, that's in the rough, so that has snuck a little bit left. That's in the rough here, that makes it a more difficult shot going into the green. And we don't want to be making golf harder, we want to be making golf easier. And can we do that with the setting? Let's have another one now. And that is even further left. Will it show you on the GDS Pro? Again, it is more left than that. From a miss hit, I would take that 278 going 296. That's certainly what I found with the Cobra range this year. Even off-centered hits are being a lot more forgiving than you would expect, but that's 2 in the rough. The second one might even have jumped left into the thicker stuff. But let's get this changed over into that A3 setting. So we're into the A3 setting now, and you can see there is extremely a lot going on with this, but you just need to use the app to quickly find where you need to be. Right, let's see now how this feels. So a little loft off, a little bit more fade bias. Straight away there, starting up the centre stripe, so not as much movement there. That's bang up the middle. What's the carry? A long carry on that one. 299 going 322, so a huge change there. Yes, that was straight out of the middle. It launched a little bit to the right, and interestingly, no movement really whatsoever on that ball flight. And this is where, can you fit yourself? This certainly makes it easier. We've still got to put a good golf swing on there, but would that other shaft be a little bit more stable and a little bit more consistent, which I was fitted for down at SGGT? That's certainly what we want to find out. Right, so one more down here. Very interesting there. Just that little tweak to the setting. So 270 carry going out to 286. But let's have a quick look at those numbers. So if we take the first 2 out, your average from the first drive was 274 going 292 with 1800 spin. So again, that would be very consistent of what we've seen when we change and close that club face down. If we then go into the last 2, we're up at 2600 spin. The average now is 284 and 304, which is exactly where we was looking at. So very interesting there that that's very close to the fitted numbers, but for me, ball flight's still a little bit high, and that could come down to the shaft. So the big question is, can we fit ourselves? Well, there I've got 2 golf balls in the fairway, and we've got 2 golf balls in the rough. For me, yes, we can tinker around, we can straighten it up. 2 fairways from changing that driver, a good distance, but over 9 holes, would that perform better? So guys, can you fit yourself to a driver? The answer is probably yes, you can improve it, but obviously for me, still fitting is the way to go. And at most places, including places like Waterfront, SGGT, if you do get fitted for a club and you do purchase a club, often you get the fitting fee off whatever you purchase, so you don't pay that fee. So it's something to take into consideration. But would you be going for something to maybe fit yourself, maybe get something second hand and go through all the different settings on there, just like that Cobra with 33 different options? It's certainly something you can do, and you'll see there I did improve that ball flight. Guys, if you're enjoying the content, smash that subscribe button, and we'll see you again soon.